my name is Charity and you're watching Booked on Charity. If it's the first time on my channel, please consider clicking the subscribe button down below and make sure to follow me on my Bookstagram account, which is Booked on Charity. So today's video, I am going to be sharing with you my February TBR. So I didn't do TB Avatar this month again. I think because there's specific books that I actually want to read and I don't want to be swayed by it because of a TBR game. So I think I might start doing TB Avatar maybe from March, so we'll have to see. So the books that I have with me are kind of like a mix between books that that I feel like I'm in the mood for, but obviously as a mood reader that changes day to day, so I'm trying to kind of like have a variety of things, and as well as try to have at least one book from each of the publishers that send me books on a monthly basis. So with that said, I'm actually going to start with books that I'm currently in the middle of. The book that I'm reading right now is House of Earth and Blood, and this is the first book in the Crescent City series. This is by Sarah J. Maas. So I am actively reading this book right now. I'm currently on page 130. This is quite a thick book, so I have not even really made a dent in this book, but so far so good. In this book we follow our main character Bryce, who is half fae, half human, and her father happens to be the king of the faes, but nobody really knows, and they just pretending like they have no relation to each other. And one day something very tragic happens to her friends, and yeah, we still don't know who basically killed their friends, so we're still trying to figure that out. I'm still very early on in the book, so nothing's really happened. She hasn't come to any powers, if there's any powers to come to, but yeah, this is what I'm reading right now. Currently really interested in reading it. I wish I had the time to literally sit down and read it. The only time I did have was actually on Friday, because I ran reading sprints, so that actually helped me read about 70 pages. So yeah, this Crescent City. By the way, I have books that are on my TBR as kind of must reads, like the ones that I'll be concentrating on, and I have kind of like a little TBR wish list, which is books that I would like to get to. The next book I have is The Secret Lives of Babasegi's Wives by Lola Shoneyin. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I have no idea what this book is about, but I'm looking forward to reading it. I'm so interested in reading it. It's a very short one, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to get to it. January was actually a good reading month, and I managed to finish 9 books. I think 6 of them were physical books that I owned, and the 3 was audiobooks. So I have faith that it might happen, even though February has like 28 days. The next one I have is Take a Hint, Danny Brown. I've been wanting to pick this one up since I read Get a Life, Chloe Brown. This is the second book in the Brown Sisters trilogy by Talia Hibbert. Not exactly sure what this one is about, but I think it might be a fake dating trope if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not going to try to read the synopsis because it's a book that I want to pick up this month. The next book I want to read is Two Can Keep a Secret. This is the second book. Does this series have a name? I guess it doesn't have a name. I guess maybe it's not even part of a series. I don't know. I don't think it's part of a series. I don't know. I don't think it's part of a series because I don't think we're even following the same people, and I don't even know if any of these murders or whatever is happening in the same schools, same cities, but we will see. But yeah, I really enjoyed One of Us Was Lying. It was the first 5-star book that I rated for the year, so yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. Might pick it up really soon because I'm kind of in the mood for a thriller, so much so that I started listening to You today, and I must say that the character in the book sounds way more creepy than Joe in the Netflix series, but I'm gonna soldier on. The next one I have is Unplugged by Gordon Corman. So this follows, I guess, a young boy who gets left kind of like in the middle of nowhere in a place called Oasis, and when he gets there, he has to give up his phone, and he doesn't know how he's going to survive without his phone because, you know, living in the society we're living now with technology, people cannot get off their phones and they don't know how to socialize. And this is kind of like a middle grade book that is trying to teach our main character how to like socialize and speak to people and engage with people again. So yeah, this one is called Unplugged. The next one, I actually started this one. I read one chapter of the book, but I haven't really gone back to it. And this is Skin of the Sea, and this is by Natasha Bowen. I received this book from Penguin. When I read this book, I don't know if maybe I was just not in the mood for it, but it was not really gripping me yet, and I feel like every time I picked it up, I wanted something that would be like fast paced, and maybe I am judging it too soon because literally I only read one chapter that tells me nothing. But yeah, I want to go back, pick up this book and finish it in February. The next book that I want to read, which has been on my TBR for quite some time, is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I think the only reason I haven't picked this one up was because I had other kind of priority reads, especially books that I received from publishers, and this is one that I bought myself, so I kind of been keeping it on the back burner. But I really want to read The Fifth Season. I keep hearing amazing things about it, so I really want to read this book. The next one I'd like to pick up is The Death of Vivian Gy, and this is by Akweke Emezi. I need to get the sticker off. I forgot to take it off. Hopefully it comes out without any residue, sticky things. I must say, this is not my favorite cover of this book. I'll try to find the other cover and put it here, but I don't really like this cover, but I didn't have a choice because this is the cover we have in South Africa. But I'd like to read this one this month, so we'll see how that goes. Another book that has been on my TBR for quite some time is Artemis by Andy Weir, and this is a sci-fi book. This is the only sci-fi book in my pile, and gosh, I need to get into sci-fi. I've literally read only one sci-fi book last year. It was To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, and since then I've been really wanting to pick up sci-fi books, and I don't know, I just don't pick this one up, but it's always on my TBR, so I hope that I can pick it up now. I don't know if maybe I'm scared that I'm going to try and compare it with To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, and what if I don't like it as much? I don't know, but it's not even by the same author. I don't know why I'm doing like comparison, but I really loved To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, and I hope that I can get into this one. And the words are quite big. It doesn't look like it will actually take that long to read, so maybe I should just, you know, do it. But thing is, now I want to just concentrate on The House of Earth and Blood. It is the biggest book in this pile, and I don't want to distract myself with any other book because there's a lot of info dumping that's happening right now, and I need to concentrate on remembering that information without trying to start a brand new book that I have to figure out, you know. The next one I want to read is Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. So in January I read To Sleep, no. In January I read The House in the Cerulean Sea, which was another 5-star read for me, one of my favorite books of all time, and I'm looking forward to reading this one. I recently saw a bad review of this one and now I'm afraid, but I really want to read this. The final book on my books to read pile is Wahala, and this is by Nikki May. This book was published in January. There's been a lot of hype on this book on Bookstagram, and I really hope that it lives up to the hype. This is also a buddy read for February with a couple of friends that I'm reading it with, and I'm really hoping that it's going to be good. Apparently it's like drama in this book. Another book that I actually have to read this month is The Upside of Down by Bruce Whitfield. I don't have the book yet. I still have to order the book, but it's part of a book club that I am a part of, and that's our February read, so I actually need to order the book. And then on to the wish list. I have 4 books in my wish list. The first one is Will by Will Smith and Mark Manson. I started listening to this one on audio and it was so good that I wanted to go back into the physical and actually read it slowly and start annotating. I think that's why I haven't picked it up. Otherwise, maybe what I should do is maybe read a chapter at a time, annotate, put it away, get busy with something else, go back into the second chapter, annotate, and so on, and learn what I want to learn from that specific portion of the book. But I really want to get this one read and I don't want to rush it. So the aim is not to like finish it in one go. I want to take my time, take some notes, annotate, and yeah. The second one is Ninth House by Lee Bardugo. This is a dark academia book that I've been looking forward to reading. A lot of people talk very highly about this book, so I'm really looking forward to reading it. The next one is Suitcase of Memory. This is another book that has been on my list for quite some time. This is by Aisha Kasim. The South African bookstagrammers that I follow said good things about this book, so I hope that I can pick it up soon. I'm not sure if I will. I think it was on my TBR for January, but I never got to it. And the final book I have is the book Weaver's Daughter by Malavika Kannan. I believe that this is a fantasy book. I'm not really sure what happens in the book because they don't really give you a synopsis, but I guess that's fine because that's what I'm always asking for. So we'll see if I can get to this one. Okay, and that's it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, and if you made it this far in the video, please leave me a crescent emoji for Crescent City because that's what I'm currently reading. So it's the first book that's opening up February for me. By the way, today is the 31st of January, so we haven't started with February yet, but I'm so proud that I can record this video in time. I hope that it will be out in time. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.